Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Today, like you know, that will be our weekly program. So, our shows remains, the main page remains um, restricted. Men Lawube and Facebook remain restricted based on Facebook's and news organization that recorded a topic or just a video that I shared that belongs to one of the news agents. So they decided to restrict the video. And since then, I have not been broadcasting from the main Lawube page. So bear with us as we continue to broadcast on this page. If you're watching for the very first time, wherever you're watching, now or later, please share this program. I will continue to enrich life and continue to educate our people. Continue to make sure that people receive the right information and make a decision based on their own judgment. So, you know, as normal, our program, before starting our program, we have to seriously go to what is happening around Australia. Now, Australia, as you know, have been battling seriously the COVID-19 problem, and government have actually, accept that if people can vaccinate at least 80%, that the country will be open for people to study a normal life. So we will do that. We'll make sure that people are able to vaccinate, and so that people will study a normal life, which we all strive for. We want everybody to go back to a normal life. I don't know about you. I'm definitely a bit tired and things the way things are happening. So if you're watching this program for the first time, please share. And the African communities, sometimes we will have all this belief that stop us from doing the right thing, or we start to argue if this is real or not real. COVID-19 is real, so we should continue to march up and do as much as possible as we can to make sure that our people are doing the right thing. Also, last weekend, earlier this week, there is a protest in Melbourne about people going to campaign against the lockdown. The one that people should be open, the business should be open, so that people should be able to do their business, and those that feel they are unwell should please stay at home and not to infect others. So they want people to use their judgment to make the whole thing to work as more reasonable. So they argues about that government should please open the thing for us. I don't. To me, I feel okay if that's the case. People should be allowed to do that. Irrespective of how we feel, people should do their business. And if you're not feeling well, like other sickness, we should just respect ourselves and stay cool and make things happen. Around the world, that's what I said. Around the world, we have come to see how things are unfolding in many parts of the world. So we also hold these people in prayer, because we know whichever life that is lost is somebody's that gave back to their life and spend maybe 12 months, or spend maybe 9 months, or more than 9 months, or below, or maybe 6 months before that person will be given back to. So it's a lady that labor for this child, and they make sure the child maybe can have the basic need before he grows. So when you look at what is happening in Afghanistan, you really empathize and see how the terrorist group have ransacked such a environment. We begin to wonder that where are we? How do we come to this extent in life? Now, when we see the agony, we saw children being taken out, being thrown to the military for survival by their parents desperate. We saw an American soldiers overwhelmed by what they had seen. We saw desperate faces of military men. Look at we saw what happened. Our hearts break. We know that this thing can be preventable. But the world we live in, there's some people that find killing as a fun, killing one another as a fun. There's people that refuse to live in peace and find that they prefer to raise arms against others. So this is something that we have come up today to look onto. We draw a line also and say what is happening out today. Will it be the same thing that will happen in Nigeria? Because we know the Nigerian current president have been an advocate of this Islamic state. Could you imagine that Nigerian currency has Islamic? I don't even understand what that means in English or Arab. So a country that be colonized will have no affiliation anyhow with Arabian people. But how come the currency of Nigeria have Arab reaching everywhere? Now, it is something that the House of Assembly have no question, because those that are managing the affair of the country, majority are Islam. So your vote does not count. That's why, Lawube, I always have this thing that if they can't divide, the country has to, come to an agreement and be able to either restructure the constitution that will favor everybody. The constitution, people should sit down and make a constitution that will favor everybody among the ethnic groups, both the minority and the majority group in the country. Or if they think they can go their way. This is what we're coming out to look. We see American soldiers, my heart cry goes to American soldiers, and about 12 or 13 of them that goes here just to assist people to make sure they took up their kid. And we find out that about 13 of them were killed. It's a shameful thing that we all have to, begin to say why such a thing happened, what kind of heartless world we are in, Anyway, this is something that we all have to sit down and ask ourselves, look, this terrible thing, how do we come to this level? How do our heart come to this level that we care not, that we feel like the only way we can further our religion is to kill others. The only way we can do things important in this world is to kill others. The only way that we can be great people is to kill those that disagree with us. Is that how humans need to live their life? Is that how we can achieve our greeting? So tonight, Lawube, I was spending my time to analyze this in the situation that goes in, and then we go in. Like usual, before we continue, let me play my music. This music is sung by Idrissa. Idrissa sang this music in order to remind people the situation of the country called Nigeria, and how ordinary people in the country are suffering, and how people are being oppressed by the politician without no consequence. If there's consequence for those things, people like Obasanjo, people like Atiku, people like Jonathan, Rochas, all these past governors in the states, Tinubu, all these people should have been in prison by now. But there's no consequence. People stay at will and go free. And the next day they go to Senate. Nobody touched them. Anyway, let's listen to Idrissa, guys, while we continue my game. It's my nice music. Gunshot in the air, Nigeria, everything's sucker. Go on this, sucker. Don't stop, gunshot in the air. I'm not back into the house. You don't take more than your eyes. Straight up to your inside. What's up? This thing down your down. Rich and rubber, no one money. Rich and rubber, no one money. No political rubber with that. No way to the bill, Nigeria, Nigeria, so it's in the January 27, 2000. Nigeria, everything's sucker. Go on this, sucker. Gunshot in the air. If you say the ammo, then look out for them for Abuja. If you not going to say forget, I didn't their name, maybe all of them. Get back, it's like prison. Everything's stuck.
Woman is a massacre. Bossa, bossa. Gunshot in the air, what you say? Nigeria, Jaga. Everything's a massacre. Woman is a massacre. Bossa, bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria, Jaga. Everything's a massacre. Woman is a massacre. Bossa, bossa. Gunshot in the air. Woo! Good God, please come home, God. Good God, please come home, God. We didn't grow, we didn't grow, we didn't grow. Yes, please tell. We didn't grow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please tell. Now, what you know, never, what the irregular, for one night, for Nigeria, West State, popular, action face for Nigeria, the elite big guy, I am thing for Calabar, Nigeria, for Nigeria, everything's Jaga. Woman is so far, Bossa, bossa, gunshot in the air, what you say? Nigeria, Jaga. Everything's Jaga. Woman is so far, Bossa, bossa, gunshot in the air. Nigeria, Jaga. Everything's Jaga. Woman is so far, Bossa, bossa, gunshot in the air.
So this music is sung a few years ago, and we all know this music. Many of us, those days I was a soccer player. I know this music, how this music makes so sense. A lot of people were touched when this music was sung the first time, Nigeria Jaga Jaga. I don't know about you. This music it makes so much sense. It's hurtful when we see the environment of that country. And today we can all see the handwork of that Jaga Jaga. Politicians goes free. Nobody, persecute them. They still at their will. So as we continue to go today, let's begin to look into our main topic today. We see what, like we're talking about is soldiers. Let's look into Nigeria situation. Like you guys know that this team was attacked a few days ago. But how do you think people feel about Nigeria himself?
Touch with reality.
This man, he was asked a question about Nigeria. Listen what he said. This is not just Lawube. You heard from the musician. This one, listen to a foreigner.
You're not too much in touch with reality about how politics and things work.
No, I'm talking about
many
as well.
People that are not, many people, many things happen in the world that are not just, they're not right, but they happen. And this, I don't know where you come from.
Nigeria.
Right. Nigeria, again, everything that I've ever read about Nigeria, if you don't open your pocket and pay off everyone from the lowest to the highest, you don't get anything done. And I've read Nigerian artists, writers and things, and they all seem to say that. Also now in Nigeria, if you're an intelligent Nigerian, you need to get out of that country if you want to get ahead. Because the powers that be there want to hold everybody down, especially women and especially intelligent people.
So
that's all fake news, right? That's all that I've heard about Nigeria that's fake news, right? That's more fake news out there, right?
You're not totally wrong.
Yeah. I know.
Guys, you can hear what the man said. He said Nigeria again. All he heard about Nigeria is corruption. And that if you are educated in the country, you have to get out of the country in order for you to make life. But without that, you are not going to do this. That's true. We can't deny such a fact. Like when you come to Australia here, you find a lot of Nigerian professionals. Same thing, you go to UK and a lot of recently they are having doctors going for interview in Saudi Arabia. Wanted to grab all Nigerian doctors. You see, all Nigerian medical doctors, all of them trying to run to Saudi Arabia. I heard that 2 days ago, the DSS went there and opened bullets on them. They opened bullets to stop them from going out. See? That's what you call a country. Your medical doctors, everybody wants to leave that country because the government is not functioning. because the people there are not being taken care of. Nobody cares about them. The government don't give a damn what happened to them. The government careless about anyone that come from the country. Once you are not from his own mother tongue, once maybe you are not Islam extremists, then the next thing they don't care about you. They want you to go off. They want you to die. If your president is sick, he will go to London. And London that told us that they are fighting for corruption, they will accept him. They guiltily accept him when they know that the masses this man is leading cannot afford this man is doing here. They allow that to happen. So how can we have a government that behave this way and you think that the country will function? It is time. When I say time, I refuse to say it's time for Nigerian youth to rise up, because I know Nigerian youth are not going to rise up. Because what happened during the EndSARS tells you that Nigerian youth are not willing to rise up. They are not willing to rise up. Because what's happened, when they start their riot, the next thing you heard is our Igbo, the next thing our Yoruba, and the next thing Hausa, tribalism begin to come in. The next one we hear maybe religion. If tribalism cannot be seen, then the next thing we will see is religion. People will come with their religious idea and say, oh, it's Christian thing. The other one will say, oh, it's Muslim thing. So this is why I keep saying that the problem of Nigeria is too complicated for a country of 2 million. When you are in an organization and you people come up to that 2 million, they have to divide it so that the cell group leader may be able to you, to take account of you. Because when you are too much, you cannot be managed. Nigerian, by when looking, is divided on its own. When you go to a party, it's easy for you to tell that these people is a Nigerian or these people are not Nigerian. It's easy for you to tell what part of Nigeria those people come from. Because if it's an Igbo guy that is doing the party, you find majority of those people there are Igbos. If it is a Yoruba guy, majority of those guys there are Yorubas. If it is other tribe, majority of their tribe will be there. They don't come there as Nigeria, they come there as tribe. When you look at what happened in Olympic, a Nigerian went and won Olympic. People begin to celebrate our Yoruba, our Igbo, or Ido. How can that country stand? In this country, we have various kinds of white people. Some came from Scotland. Some came from different places they came from. Some came from UK, Italy. Some came from Malta. But hardly you know where they come from. When they won, they say Australian won. They say Australian won. They didn't say Maltese won. Nobody come to claim that, oh, he's from Malta. He's from this. No, this won. But when somebody won in Nigeria, you begin to hear their tribe people. Too tribalistic. Things that are happening today. Your so-called president called Buhari. Look what happened. When things happen in the northern side, it goes underground. Nobody reacts. Nobody talks. Nobody say anything. It becomes normalized. That people accept that the North, whatever that happened in the North, should not be tackled. The Nigerian Defense Academy, the highest of the country's intelligence, that's the NDA. NDA has no less than thousands of specialized military personnel. But yet, 3 hours operation were carried by untrained, those people that are not trained. Remember, in NDA, you spend years studying, specializing on whatever area you are. You may be a sniper. You specialize on that area. You spend those years trading on that area. Somebody that comes overnight has 2 hours to ransack the entire NDA. They went home on tour. They even took your soldier, took your officer. Nobody challenged them. No attempts. until you kill that officer. Today you come and tell me that Nigeria is functioning. You know, why I played Idris's music, I love what this guy said. He said, if what happened in the north happened to the eastern side of Nigeria, that everywhere in that country will be blown off. They could have been going house to house, killing the young men and the young women. I saw last time they are campaigning online that a young girl, Gloria Okere, was kidnapped by Nigerian police. They put this girl without justice, nothing. They put her in detention. They turn her to chief. They restrict her. They didn't even give her a fair trial. They will sexually abuse her because that's what they will do. But nobody's talking about it. Nigerian journalists have not come. It's a shameful thing that I saw some of the women that claim to be journalists. They never feel empathy to speak against what's happening to their fellow women. They just came there quickly to defend a government that oppresses you, a government that will not allow you to have the bright of the day, a government that restricts you from progressing as other journalists, as other world journalists, a government that restricts you from achieving your aim. They are there defending the government. They don't know the power of journalism. When journalism can speak, people will hear what is happening in Afghanistan today. Why everybody's hearing that is because of journalism. CNN, BBC, all these people, they influence what people see. They talk about it. That's why today, if the same thing can be given to Biafrans, the same publicity can be given to Biafra, how they got killed by Nigerian soldiers, how the women got raped by Nigerian soldiers, how the young men's house were ransacked by these useless Nigerian military men. They go and see you on the street, an innocent man, they will say you are a non-gunman. But similar things have not applied in the northern side of Nigeria. The NDA that they did this, if it is in Nigerian eastern side, people will not sleep. The whole family may cop it. But because it happened in the north, nobody, the chief, the Nigerian Chief Defense Force officer that came out to speak, he literally told people that the guy that is, foreseeing the whole thing was asleep when something happened. And we accepted that. Nobody talked. We accepted it. Nobody talked. They just allow him to do his thing.
Not totally wrong, because I read and I know.
We see that, if it is you, look at this young man, look at this man. Nigerian NDA, they're telling you it's not just a place that people just go there. It's not a common military training place. A lot of specialized weapons are there. There's helicopter there for Nigeria to fight a war. There's a lot of things. These are the head of the country. These are the main anchor of a place. Just like you bombing Aso Rock. If this place can be taken out without unchallenged, then Aso Rock, I'm telling you, Aso Rock one day will be uprooted. Buhari. Before the program, the Lawube got information, people telling me that the current Nigerian defense chief, which happened to come from the South, that his days are numbered. They are going to take him out one day. Very soon, the arrangement is getting there that he should be taken out. And that's what will happen soon. You ask yourself, are we still in one country? So people keep saying one Nigeria. You shouldn't deceive yourself when you say one Nigeria. There's nothing like one Nigeria in Nigeria. If you say one Nigeria, you are a denier. You are deceiving your own self. Whereby journalists cannot speak, whereby people cannot speak, whereby some people, some areas, when things happen, they will just go there and shoot. You may keep quiet because you're not part of that area. But I'm telling you, it will come back to bite you. A very young man, Colin Nandekano, who have been very vocal on things like that, telling people that you guys should not accept this. But they are accepting it. He told them that this will come to bite us later. It bite them. This is something that we need to start to rebook, because don't say because it's not you, you're not from the Eastern tribe, or maybe the South, you're not from the Eastern tribe. You begin to, to lean towards the government and supporting the government to kill the people. It may come back later to bite you. You have to, like Lawube here, when it's talk Lawube program, we all stand on truth. We refuse to give room to lie. I refuse to take bias, rather to say the whole thing as it is, because it's kind of hurtful to me that I may have the opportunity that Australian government giving me. Thank God for Australian government. Then I may restrict other people from, enjoy similar thing. It's too bad. I rather ask people to enjoy similar thing and be okay in life, because life is like that. You cannot just restrict yourself because you have opportunity here. Some people pay for this price. Some people pay dearly to have this country the way it is today. Then why are we restricting others from enjoying the same thing? I always talk to these African people that, see the government as, all and all, without looking inward on what this government is doing to people. Nigerian government is a failure. Either you know it now, we all, take pride that the country is working before, but when we look at what happened, we understand that the country is no longer working. The country is totally gone. Look at this young man. I bring this guy back. Look at this young man. This young man that is killed. This young man that is killed by the Boko Haram is from the eastern side of the country. Their target is to eliminate those eastern militaries whom they seem that may expose their ideology to Islamize Nigeria. You know what happened in Taliban in Afghanistan? Those Taliban that are being caught, they took them, they said, okay, we'll release one America, you release 10 Taliban to us. These guys are well trained. They begin to influence the government. They begin to keep their men. Like Nigeria is doing today, you get Boko Haram members. They tell you that they rehabilitate them and make them to be a military. They put them in a barrack, guiding where Igbo officers are, standing behind the Igbo officers. When things come, they give way. I grew up in the north. I know even your best of best, when time comes, they will give you up. They will actually be the one to review where you are. Hausa man, Muslim man cannot like you. Can never. It's called haram. If you speak, it's called haram. When you talk about caliphate, there's no way a Muslim will prevent it. Yeah, they have moderate Muslim, but there's no way a Muslim will leave you alive when there's jihad call. Mostly the barbaric Muslim we have in the eastern side of Nigeria, in the northern side of Nigeria. They are ready to sacrifice you. You don't think that maybe because I'm a friend to somebody, he may not sacrifice me. No, you are totally wrong. They will sacrifice you. Your days are numbered. If you're thinking of, okay, maybe because I'm from this area, nobody will touch me. No, your days are totally numbered. The Muslim in Nigeria, it's not, when you go around the country, when you go around other countries and see the way they are practicing Muslim in Nigeria and see how others are practicing their Muslim, you know that there's totally different thing. There's totally different way they practice this. It's not the way it's being practiced. Let me just say this. Like you see a Muslim in Nigeria, they are carrying buta. They carry those things to go and wash their thing after they pray. Or maybe when they pee, when they went to urine. It's not done that way. I've been to, many hardcore Islam area, Malaysia, Indonesia, Qatar. I haven't seen them done that. I begin to tell myself, where did Nigeria get this mentality from? So sometimes you wonder, you say, but black man don't understand what religion is all about. We see religion, even the Saudi Arabia that you guys are pressing and say this. Saudi, in terms of innovation, Saudi is going high there. They are actually high in innovation. When you go to Qatar, Qatar is about to host World Cup. Their places are tied. Their places are okay. You that are claiming that you are Muslim, your place is scattered. Your bloodshed is constantly. Look at this young man. What have this young man done wrong? He said, I signed up to defend the country, to protect you from any invaders, any people coming from outside to kill you. That's what I signed up to fly the flight so that we can fight them from air. You say, no, you need to kill him. He said, man, a family man. You guys went and butchered him and betrayed him. You guys make sure he's in the office then. He's a very clever guy. He's a very clever pilot. You guys make sure he's in the office. You give signal to your men to come and kill him. They killed this guy. That's how they killed the Igbo guy. Let's look up to other ones too, Like you guys know. Yeah, look at this one. This is another guy. I'll bring this guy back. This is another guy that they killed. A very young officer. He has a pregnant wife. What wrong had this man done? He went and grabbed a job like any other person. Like me and you will go and look for a job. He went and grabbed a job to help his family. Not only just to grab a job, he sacrificed his own life to defend you. That if there's any people that's coming to kill you, they will be the one first to stand before you. Because he's a Christian. And you guys see Christian as a threat. You guys conspire against him to take him out. Somebody tell me that many of the Christian soldiers that are in that barrack, their days are numbered. So if you're a Christian soldier in barrack, always watch your back. Always be conscious on what happens in your surrenders. Don't just relax because you have these military men behind you, because they will betray you. This is what they have been doing, and they will continue to do it. The Northerners, like I tell people, I say the Northerners cannot love you more than their own people. Mostly Islam is haram. They will not do that. They will always stand there to persecute you. They will always stand there to fight against you. So you must know that. Don't think that because you are a friend to Muslim. And when it comes, even though our follow other tribe people, like people from middle west, that's the Yoruba people that are Muslim, they are not free because they see them also as a threat. They must. They see them also as a threat. So the idea is that you must always be conscious of what is behind you. But Nigeria will never stand. The truth about Nigeria is either the country is divided, everybody go their own way, or what? Or one day you come out and see Nigeria will be like Afghanistan, because Boko Harams are deeply in your military today. The Nigerian government has cooperated a lot of Boko Haram in your military. When things happen in the eastern side, if it is the eastern side things happen, you see them, they come and kill everybody. They will carry their gun, they will carry their armored car, and our stupid eastern governors will just back down and allow them to do what they like with their people. It is uncalled for. If you think that anybody that messed up, you want to kill them, you know that you have to kill everybody there. But what happened is somebody inside, like you guys know, we have 1 hour program to go. Is somebody inside that kaku, inner kakus, came out to tell people that, listen, I'm telling you now, there's people in this government that desperately want this country to be Islamized. All the idea is to make that this country fall. They have turned your money to Arabian money. They write Arab in the money, unquestionable. So they will take the country too. But the only challenge they have is Nnamdi Kanu. When they hijacked Nnamdi Kanu, they were so happy that they caught Nnamdi Kanu, who have been disturbing them. They celebrate as if they won the highest money they won. You guys may not understand the way these people value Nnamdi Kanu more than you think. But the gentleman that came, like you guys know, they have just called on to arrest the Channel TV. If you know me very well, I'm not a fan of Channel TV. I heard so many things they say. But a man came out to rebuke what they are saying and tell people that what these people are saying, you guys have to be careful, because I have interviewed them and I know their agenda is to Islamize this country. And they will stop on nothing, because they have this mindset that we are going to Islamize this country. So what do you see? You know, this guy now, his life is at threat. The people that interview him, the government shut them down. But Buhari, you are saying, during Jonathan time, went on street campaigning with his men, even saying it out that if I did not win, I will shut this country down. You know, saying, Jonathan, you're killing my people. All these things Buhari was saying. Nobody one day arrest Buhari. Nobody one day shut Buhari down. But look at what he's doing to journalists. Even the Tunde Bakari, all Nigerian pastors, they will come out and say, we are saying this to the, you know, turn Nigeria, this, do that. None of them comes out to speak. You know, you wonder how this country will survive when the people in the country have been totally neglected. The country is not working. We have to be honest with ourselves. If you say you're one Nigeria, you have to be honest with yourself. The country is in trouble. Nigeria is not working. It's time that Nigerian people go back to drawing boards. If you say reconstruction, restructure of policy, restructure of this, nobody's listening to restructure of anything in that country again. The main thing in Nigeria is either the country is divided into three. The minority ethnic group can choose whichever way they want to belong to. They may choose to belong to Duduwa, they may choose to belong to Biafra, they may choose to belong to Arewa. Then everybody will have peace. The killing, everybody will secure their border. That does not mean that the Fulani, if they want to come to the Biafra land, they will not come. They will come. Just like I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Biafra land, I migrate to Australia. I got my documents, and then I can prove my documents. Just like anyone else, you will have the same opportunity. You migrate to a country, you obey the law that guides everybody. You live your life peacefully. You can, if you like, you can get the necessary document and settle your family there. Legally, nobody will disturb you. Know that you come to kill people. You know, I've sympathized with Channel TV when I see for the very first time they allow somebody to air their view. What happened? They come after them. Listen to what these guys say, not just Lawube. This is what a prominent man who are being in the position. Listen to what he told people. It's what he tells us. A prominent man. It's not just an anyhow man. Listen to him.
About sentiment is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I say you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
So will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that listen to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than individual.
Guy, you heard what he said. a man of honor, a man that had been in that security line. He asked him, the journalists understand what he's saying. So for you to say the truth in that country, your life would be a threat. Nnamdi Kanu today and Sunday, these people, they were not being persecuted because they are criminals. The criminals are the governors. The criminals are the president. The criminals are those people in top leader. They store money at will. They keep people at will. Nobody persecute them. They are the one making order, telling you this and that. But the innocent men like this one that are saying the reality, his life would be a threat because he was saying the truth concerning everybody. He was saying the truth that they don't want to hear. We think why many people would like to stay in the Western world is because of things like this. Because in the Western world, if you're not saying the truth, in the Western world as a politician, if you're not doing the right thing, you'll be persecuted. If you're not doing the right thing, they will sue you. If you're not doing the right thing, people will force you to resign. But in Nigeria, you find a politician, who has no money. Just for 1 year, he become a common, councillor or whatever, house member. He will have like 4 cars. He has like 10 plots. He has this one, travel everywhere in the world. How does he make that money? But the money, you had that the same road. I don't know, in your area, the same road. Every politician they come, they will sign contract in one road. They will never build that road. After again, these people will finish their tenure. They will go. Nobody persecute them. Nobody ask them question. They will be rolling around. We'll be crying hand. God forbid that I will carry hand for such a people and greet them. Because it's taboo. But these politicians forget to know that what you refuse to feast. Because remember, we are future people. What they refuse to feast today may come back to bite them in 10, 20 years' time. May come back to bite their children in 40 years' time. It is. It is unfortunate that we live in such a world where things like this happens. In Africa, we talk about black man. Nobody wants to think. If you want to prosecute somebody, people begin to say, is this. What it is, your money is what he's sitting for. Money that he meant for him to make a hospital so that you can go, your grandma can go, your great-grandchildren can use the hospital. This one man sits on those money. He will never use it. He just put it in bank. Look at Abakari today. The money he put in bank, that's what Americans will be enjoying because he will not go in there again. He's wanted. The money Abacha saved in America and Switzerland, how many of them do you guys see? His children just collect some, few. The one he put by his name, they freeze it and they give Nigeria maybe 1/3 of it. When the 1/3 come back to Nigeria, what they do? The politicians there, they divide it among themselves too. You wanted to Islamize Nigeria. The Nigerian North have been in power as long as I know, but that area still remains the most poverty area. Go to Saudi Arabia, you guys are saying you are Islam. Go to Dubai. Go to Qatar. Go to Malaysia. Go to Indonesia, you guys are saying. See how developed that area is. They are so Islam like you guys. Will you guys sit down and be destroying yourself, your brothers? If Nigeria is working, the Fulani problem will not be anything. They can sit down and work out those problems. But the country is so tribalistic and religion bigot. So nobody's listening to each other. Everything is tribal. And Buhari came there, the worst president ever existed in the planet world. Everything is all about either religion or tribe. Killing and killing. Blood in your hand. Buhari is around 80 years old now. He's still thirsty for blood. Buhari had no less than 5 to 10 years to live on this planet. But he's taking the life of 25 years old boys. The life of a 30 years old person. He'll have lived more than 70 years on this planet. Nobody kills him. But he's taking the life of other generation. Buhari after he finished ruling the country will be a mess. Listen to what this man was saying. Listen to what he's saying. They asked him, your life will be in danger for speaking out. He said he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's a man of honor, a man of integrity. He understands that, people need something. People need something. Why heartless are we? How can we be heartless this way as a black man? Let's continue.
Those people that listen to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than an individual. That is the issue. This country is bigger than individuals. Buhari will come and go. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem and will not add value. But he will come and go. And somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society, the damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that?
After
you helped bring the government?
Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration. And we have a lot of hope in him. And we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us. I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants. I know what we did to convince the American government that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari. That was before the Lagos, APC, before they chose within.
Right.
And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking. It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet because the damage to the psyche of this country is monumental. We'll talk.
So guys, you see, what we are saying now is see how things happen. Good luck, Jonathan, for the people. Well, we all know that. But after this interview, like Lawube was saying, after this interview, Buhari government decided to press charge against this young journalist. I don't know, he said all sort of lies, he said. Not only that, this man's life is not threatening. They are threatening this man. His life is in danger. How can you be in a nation that you cannot speak up? If you have some of the journalists, they can't just go and do research because the government will kill them. And most of them, they are comfortable with that. Journalism, I understand journalism is to speak the mind of the people, irrespective of the tight loophole they put you on. But Nigerian journalism, they cannot. They are too scared. They are cowards. So that's why when they come to things like, they will just threaten them and they will go and get away with it. Nobody say anything because Nigerian journalists have already been backing down for a long, long time. But if I told that the journalism in Nigeria is staying and they are doing their job, Buhari will not threaten them even. Because this guy did not say anything wrong. He said that if I tell you that many people in this, current government have interviewed the hardcore Islam, which we know one of them there that sponsored Boko Haram is still there. When they exposed him, the government did not caution him, nothing. He was still there. We know that he's a sponsor of Boko Haram. That's why when the Christian side, when the Eastern side did something, you see everybody, they put their highest card here and decide to go and kill them. Some of the foolish Nigerians will keep quiet. Nobody wants to speak because it's not from your side, or maybe you don't know anybody there they are killing, forgetting that it will come back to you. Think what is going on. Don't just keep quiet when you see people being oppressed. The agenda of Nigerian government is to Islamize Nigeria. And this they will not stop until their aim is achieved. They will not stop until their aim is achieved. So every Nigerian have to wake up and begin to speak out. Lawube have given people platform to speak. I have program weekends, 1 hour program every weekend, Saturdays. Join Lawube, mainly join Lawube 9:15. We get into program. After the program, everybody you can sit down and reflect. Nigeria will come to be good. I don't know about that. Nigeria need 2 things. First one is to restructure or divide. That's the only thing that can save Nigeria. If the Islam, they would prefer Islamic nation, I think they can divide and have their own set of Islamic nation. If they don't want that, they want to live with the Christian, then they have to put up with the Christian. They have to make a law that, that they will sit down, a law that favor Christian and Muslims. If they want to have 3 laws, then they tell you the boundary of the laws. If they have to have 3 laws, the country is already divided. Even now, the country is divided because in the Islam place, you can marry as many wives as you want in Nigeria. There's no constitution stopping you that. The court marriage you are saying is just for Christians. It's not for the Islam area. When you're saying court marriage, it's for Christians. It's not for the Islam area. They don't go to courts and do court marriage. Muslim doesn't go to court marriage because the man in charge will marry 3, 4 wives. So there's nothing like court marriage for them. Court marriage is for the South and West, the Christian ones. It's not for the Muslim ones. Muslim ones, there's nothing like court marriage for them. So it's just for you in the eastern side of Nigeria that are going for court marriage. Nigeria have about 3, 4 laws, different areas with different laws. When you are seeking for school admission, different law apply to you based on your area. When you're seeking for a job, the same thing applies to you. When you're going to church, the same thing. Whatever you do in Nigeria is different law that applies to you. Must it be done? In Australia here, even when you say racism, you still find the law applicable to everyone in Australia, both big and small. The law is applicable. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. If you're going to look for a job, they first look at you if you're Yoruba, if you're Igbo, or you're Hausa. It doesn't work that way. If things are happening because you're not from Yoruba side, it's happening in Yoruba, people keep quiet. If things are happening in the eastern side because you're not from the eastern side, you keep quiet. I saw when the militaries are going around killing the youth of the eastern side, none of the journalists are saying something. They keep saying that, oh, they are doing this, or they are doing that. Look at what happened now. It will come back to bite them. Now, the information we are having now is that the chief command, if you know that man, you should tell him that you should be careful because they are going to kill him. The current chief of army staff, that guy from the south that came out and be speaking all these grammars, tell him that he is in their radar. They may waste him soon. He must be very, very careful. So guys, tonight program, I thank you guys very much, and those that watch and those that will watch later. Please, when you come and share this program, follow Lawube YouTube and make sure that you are always here with us. I leave you with this man word again, because the word of this man is something that I appreciate so much. So guys, I will hope you enjoy today's program. When you watch now or you watch later, anytime you come around this program, Lawube, if you, Sonny, thanks very much for being part of us. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend, Sonny. Thank you very much. So guys, wherever you're watching from, I say thank you for joining us, our weekly 1 hour program. Take care, stay safe, Lawube, the future you see. When I leave this guy, I'll bring him back to you. So you can see.
Sentiment is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I say you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team And I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized.
Okay, guys, thank you, guys.
I'm a federal.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this program, and I hope you take wonderful cues. And as the program continues to go, you share this program, and people that missed out in our program tonight, I hope you enjoy it. So this guy is another guy, another musician that sings about Nigeria. His name is called China Boy. So I play him for you guys. The same, if you think about Idrissa, it's almost the same thing the guy was saying. I don't know where these guys, all these musicians are now. That's so guys, I must say thank you guys for watching, and I hope you share this this very program wherever you're watching from. I must say thank you tonight, and stay safe and have a wonderful weekend. Most especially, guys, please remember to put Australia in your prayer as we continue to face our lockdown. Stay safe if you're around Australia, and make sure that you look after yourself. Lawube, the future you see. Thanks. Bye. Thanks, Sonny.